Welcome back, Tankers of Blitz Universe, to the Loading Fire channel. Today we're going to talk about Supremacy and how to play it in a slightly noob-free way. I'm not the best Supremacy player in the game, and it is a vastly different game mode than Encounter Battle. It's about getting victory points. As you can see here from the screen, we are in the RU 251 up on Middelburg. And I really don't need to tell you probably how you can get those victory points. You have to get them by capping a base, by killing enemies. Nothing new, nothing fancy there. But the fact that you only have to get 1000 victory points does make for some very interesting gameplay and some choices you can make in terms of killing, getting killed, and I'd like to highlight some of these things in the games today. First thing up, it's always a good idea to try to get a cap running to gain points, as long as you have a cap in position, be it either A, B, C or even D on maps with 4 cap points available. If you have a cap running, you will gain points. Slowly but surely it will add up to your starting capital of 300. And as you can see here, we have 2 caps. We have A taken in the city, we have C taken over here on top. And that's why I didn't run down and try to shoot an IS-3 or a VK or an IS-8 or whatever type of tank available. Because I could see from the lineup, I was in the RU, there was a T-44 over there, I'm shooting him now. And those were the only 2 tanks on top of the hill at Middelburg. So no need to go down into the city. We are going to win that game very easily. Because we've read the lineup, we've read the map, and we figured, well, take a bit of time, we can capture base C. Base C is also the one we would like to get on Lost Temple, as you can see here. But for those of you who have viewed the How to Be Smart series, other basic Blitz stuff, I've read the lineup again, and I am charging forward here to prevent the Reds from capturing that base, or to prevent them from stopping us capturing the base. There's a 30 moving in, there's a T-44, but we have tanks on the base, and I've moved up front, spotted them, made it impossible for them to move forward because they will get shot by my teammates. I'm not putting my hit points on the line. I'm pre-turning the tank already, as you can see, to go behind the hill. T-44 shoots one into the ground. The 30 can't stay out in the open. There's a KV-3 at the back, and we are rolling back and rolling back and rolling back. Shooting one into the T-44, he gets shot again by another tank, and the 54 lightweight finishes off. That means there is also a very isolated 30 over here, and well armored as he may be, still full health, take a look at the clock, take a look at his hit points, gone in 60 seconds. Or even less, and that means we are well in the lead on this one again. Well, I'm not going to play the full match. It's no use, it's not interesting. We're going to win this one easily. The MT-25 is capping the base. I am moving past it because there will probably 1 or 2 Reds coming down to see what's happening. Yes, there is. There's a Japanzer 4. I wanted to shoot on the tracks. I fail and then I make a bit of a mistake. Told you, slightly noob-free, not completely noob-free. Slightly noob-free mistake of driving up the hill instead of staying behind one of those rocks. But what I wanted to highlight on this one is that you can safely ignore red tanks if they are unimportant. There's a Stura Emil to my right, as you can see there. He is isolated. But there are 2 fairly low health tanks as well, an IS and a Tiger 2, and Tiger 1, sorry. And I'd like to take them out first because killing tanks also gives you points. We're gonna see that later in the game, where some of the teammates of mine aren't the brightest players in that regard, and they just keep capping the base and keep capping the base where it really isn't necessary, and they are putting their hit points on the line in a position where they really shouldn't put their hit points on the line. That next game is the one I'm showing up here. Grill 15 on Falls Creek. As you can see, Reds have already captured base B, but take a good look at the minimap in the middle. You can see the Reds have forced up en masse in the middle. 2 of our tanks are trying to capture base B, but is getting reset once. and then they are going to recapture it again, and it's getting reset twice, and then the T-62 gets killed, and then the IS-7 gets killed, and to kill or get killed. In that regard, victory points are worth double. You lose 40 points if you kill it, if you are a top tier tank, and the Reds gain 40, so the difference in points is 80. And you can see here from the lineup we have lost a few tanks. We are down by points. We kill another tank in a second, which brings us closer together. But Reds have base B, we have base A. Always get a base running if possible. And the fact that we captured A early and I wanted to move in over here made it possible for me to eventually win this game. Being slightly noob free and a bit of a coward, it's 4 on 3 now. The Reds are going to kill our FE4202, and as you can see we are 100 points behind. There's a full of IS-7 to the left and another one behind that one, and there's a Jagdpanzer in the middle, and they are capturing base A, and the Jagdpanzer, I can see it from the minimap, he's moving towards base A as well. So what do we do in a quick tank like the Grill? We go towards base B. I was hoping to persuade our Jagdpanzer E100 to go into C. He doesn't, unfortunately. But I managed to capture base B. The pattern goes down. That's a bit sad. We have 2 tanks left now. And I'm going to move up over here. Hopefully go underneath here unspotted. We're not unspotted. That's a bit unfortunate. Jagdpanzer is still moving in. Can we hopefully shoot him? Shoot him, reset the camouflage if possible. You know, he's moving this way, we are turning, we are spotted again. Dire situation, but we are held down. I can point the gun up over here, shoot the IS-7. Yes, that works pretty well. Ooh, Jägeroo, move away, move away. Let it go. No, we are hurling out of here into this IS-7. This is a very lucky snapshot, as you can see here. He misses us, he has to repair his engine ammo rack. We have adrenaline running, so we will kill him pretty easy. And we move off again towards base A. In retrospect, I could have stayed with the Jägeroo probably. In terms of DPM, we might be able to take out the IS-7 and the Jagdpanzer E100 between the two of us, but a Jagdpanzer E100 with a full roll against me at 1155 hit points would probably kill me. So I'd like to get base A. That means we have base B and base A, and the clock will keep ticking, and it will keep ticking twice as fast as if compared to the fact that we only had 1 base. And as you can see here, the Jägeroo gets killed, which adds 40 points to them and gets 40 taken away from us. But by me killing the Jägeroo, it gets even. And you can see it from here, they are stuck at 745 and we are going up to 800 very quick. I'm going up very quick just to get away. I'm spotted, but I can see from the minimap that IS-7 is behind the rock. There's no way he can shoot me. So we just move away, run around, and that's how we win the game. It's not epic, it's only slightly noob free. But hey ho, a dirty win is a win, as Yui liked to say it. And if you can't get a dirty win, just blame Yui. All good in that regard. I wanted to get C captured as well, but before I can get to cap C, the game is over. 1000 victory points done. Thank you very much. Do you always have to kill red tanks or take victory points or be up front? Obvious answer, no. Quote by Unkindest. You don't have to be always up front, because you can also guard a cap by just looking it over as it is contested. You can see there's an Indian Panzer there. Slowly Amy's off the radar, he gets spotted again. There we go, big shot into him. And that's what you can do as well. You can cover a contested cap by having a big gun over there. and just keeping an eye on what's happening. I'm not interested in shooting or killing tanks just yet. I do want to move out of here. Why am I moving out of here? Because a B is being captured and I might get pincered and isolated. So I'm going into this position over here where I can cover the C cap, cover that middle approach and retreat into a hold down position to reload. Luckily there's a T-43 capturing base B and he has a howitzer mounted and he is wide open to me, so we dunk one into him. And the Chiri finishes him off. Then we have to move away pretty quick, as you can see here, but we can go hold down. Big gun, fear factor. Pershing doesn't want to take the shot. He backs off. There's the Indian Panzer moving in, taking our time, going hold down. You can't really go hold on in terms of armor with a Borsig, but you make the target a lot harder to hit for enemies. And we can kill the Indian. And as you can see, we have managed to capture base C, and it's being contested all the time. There we go again. Enemy is capturing allied base C. He can move in the Pershing and in that regard stop us from gaining more victory points. But at STA and me, between the two of us, we are keeping an STA-1 and an Indian Panzer and a Pershing and an ISU 152 occupied. And by doing that, we created numerical superiority in the docks area. And it's 3-on-1 now, and we have 2 bases running, and the Reds are in a lot of trouble because they have to move and kill us and then hopefully win, but they aren't gonna win. We get a slightly slightly low roll on this STA. We want to go away because the ISU can get a high roll on us and we will die. But again, into a hold down position, waiting to reload. And there's an STA. STA is still there. Our STA is still alive. The ISU is still alive. Team is close to victory. Track shot on the ISU. Thank you, RNGesus. B is being captured, and in that regard, this is again a solid win. Staying alive on the battlefield does help. We finish up with 2 games in probably slightly lower quality in terms of gameplay, but these are 2 games I've taken from one of the streams I did a few months ago. PTA mastery game, and very well done, very well played, nerve-wracking battle in the IS-7, which is going to follow up next. But this is a PTA mastery. I didn't go to the A-cap as opposed to the game I did in the Rudy, and I didn't go to the A-cap because we had 3 heavy tanks. They all said go to B, go to C, and I figured it might be best to support them, maybe capture base B in the middle. We can fire away at this ISU, 357 health left, and now it's time for us to move in. Go across B cap. I wanted it captured, do it myself, but this I3 is moving in over there, so we're gonna leave him there. We're a bit lucky this T-54 misses, but we have a German laser beam gun mounted on PTA, so we can shoot him and snapshot this ISU. That gives us 60 points in advance, a head start, plus we have a base going, and by the looks of it, Reds are in a pocket on the top over there. So what are we gonna do? We are going hull down. Not the best tank we have, a PTA to go hull down, but it works. We can shoot away at this 54. We can shoot away at the IS-8. He is just fine, so that's okay. 1 shot into him, and we are just working the gun line here. Any tank that will show itself up there will get shot by us. We are making some slightly noobish mistakes again. As I said before, this is a slightly noob-free guide. We have to get this T-54 out, and we do. We do get shot by the Jagdpanther on top, but we can shoot him again. And this is one of the newbie mistakes. I should have just rolled down and turned towards the right. I do it now. Should have done it earlier. retain my hit points, but we are still on 1000 hit points left. We've lost only one tank and the clock is ticking. One base available. One thing that annoyed me also later is the fact that, as you can see on top over there on base A, there's a waffle tractor, or at least a tank destroyer there, and he's not doing anything in terms of capturing a base. And that's a kind of thing that puzzles me a bit when there's players playing around that apparently don't know how to play the game, because why would you stay out of that base? Well, why not capture it to make it go even faster? It's 3-3 now. We're gonna lose a few tanks, but we are moving in a second as well, because reasons and low health tanks. And it's gonna work out just fine and dandy, as you're gonna see in a few seconds. Taking our time here, moving up. We have a one-shot PTA, we have a one-shot IS-8, and it's gonna be a one-shot Yark Tiger in a few seconds as well. There we go, kaboom, PTA, reload, pop adrenaline, move around, sniper, laser beam, and finish him off. And move around, and the IS-8 is gone, we're taking him out. Oh, the Yark Tiger is a one-shot as well, move in, and there we go! 7 kills, 5 for us, and this is a pretty nifty mastery game. I did probably, was it mastery number 4 or 5 on the PTA. Something that comes with Supremacy as well. It gives you more experience than regular encounter battles. So if you are trying to chase aces, you need to have some tanks ace. Play Supremacy tier 5 and up, because you will get more experience from it. The last one is from the stream with the same name, and it is on Canal, as you can see. Double IS-7 platoon. Canal is one of those maps which has 4 bases to cap: A, B, C and D. C first, obviously, that one is the closest. You have to get a base running, a cap running to gain points. And this is going to be a very, very nerve-wracking battle, really. As you can see, HE loaded, because that was the shell I used on the last game before this match. My loadout on the IS-7 on this one is still, well, fairly low. I have HE, a few APCR rounds and AP rounds. I notice here I have HE loaded, AP 15, 10 of the APCR. I have far more loaded now on my normal account as well as on the contributor account. But on my normal account as well, a lot of APCR loaded. We're getting shot from the right side and from the front, so that means there are tanks in the hills area. We move away. They are capturing base E as well. Our platoon mate is going to the left, and we are moving in there as well. On towards the left, they have A and B covered. We do manage to kill one tank, giving us 1 in the lead. There's an E100 over there. He's behind the rock, so we are moving low. We are in the lead, above 400 points, but the Reds are gaining up. They are moving in on us, closing in on us, because they have 2 caps running and we have a 1. Shoot this IS-7, and it's at this moment that I start to realize that we have to do something different than take out that IS-7. If we push, we will subject ourselves to sniper fire from this 54, from this E100, and then we would have to move to the left and up, or go down again and up to get that base A towards us in our possession. And that means we have to do something. You can see it from the clock. It's 1-on-1 in terms of tanks, and Reds are already capturing base D as well. That means 3 bases for them, and we have to do something about it. We have to take this 54 out, or at least get a base A in our possession. Luckily, the 54 decides to engage that E75 at the back. He bounces a shot, and the E75, no, the 62 finishes him off. But again, 200 points ahead, red team. And this one, the E100, makes a big error in turning his tank, taking a look at my teammate and trying to kill him. Had he turned his tank and stayed on base A and go towards me, that would have prevented me from capturing A. He would have probably killed me, or at least taken me down to far less health than I am now. But he didn't. He made a bit of a mistake, and that slight mistake gives us just enough points to win the game eventually. We bounce a shot from the red IS-7 because he comes out sideways. We are back just in time to shoot him through the lower plate, APCR loaded. He shoots us through the turret probably. 4 on 4 in terms of tanks killed, but the Reds are still in the lead when it comes to the number of victory points by the bases. We kill another tank, closing in on them 90 points, take or give a few difference. But our 62 gets killed. As you can see, yeah, there it is. Object 704 finishes him off, and we are in trouble now because we have 2 bases running, and they have 2 bases running, and they are near the victory. We speculate the object is still there, and as we are going to see, he still was, because he's on lower health now than he was before. We managed to dunk this one into him. Fortunately, they are at 920 now, the red team, and here's another key mistake that the red team makes. Is 140, he goes up, he wants to shoot me, he's on the reload, I can go down, I've captured base B, and by shooting him over here, gives me just enough points, just enough victory points to win the game eventually. It's very, very close, 910, 913, we are gaining, load adrenaline, AP rounds into the back, one shot into the Object 704 by my platoon mate, yes, and a kill shot, woohoo, like I said on the stream as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you, very, very, very close game, and it was a very solid move by going on to the left, killing the 54 together with that 62 of us, and after that finishing up. Mastery game on the IS-7, just under 4k of damage. But like I said, pretty nifty game, and I hope this shows how you can play Supremacy in a slightly noob-free fashion. That's it for today. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you can take something from it, even if you are an experienced tanker, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Cheers, happy tanking all.